Welcome to the Couple-preneurs Show, helping couples in business develop structure and strategies that nurture the balance between business and home, bringing you interviews and insights to give you the secret sauce of power couples. Here are your hosts, Oscar and Kaya Frazier.
Entrepreneurs, couplepreneurs, people in business, folks thinking about getting into business, and perhaps you're afraid to get in business or get started. If any of those things sound remotely like you, this show is absolutely for you. Today, we've got some really good guests on the show today. I cannot wait to get started. But before I do that, let me turn it over to Kai to go do her thing. Sponsor time. Oh, wow. Look at you.
All right. Our sponsors. We have Carolina Runners. They're a family-owned trucking company. Owner-operators out there that are listening to this podcast. If you're looking for an authority, please check them out at carolina-runners.com. And then also we have Talk Shirt to Me. They make all those cool shirts that help you express your style. They have all the cool sayings on them. Check them out at talkshirttome.com.
Look at you.
I know. I'm on the ball.
Flow straight through that.
Yes, I did. Yes,
wow. Normally you either mess up the dash or the slash or something. Normally you mess something up, but this time you're actually pretty good.
Stop telling on me, man.
All right. So let me give you all a quick story. As far as why I'm excited about this particular conversation. As some of you know, Kai and I are in the federal space, and we specifically focus in on the global crisis management sector. Now, within that, we are constantly executing projects across the continent of Africa. As most of you know, Africa, the continent as a whole is an absolutely beautiful place filled with beautiful countries and towns and cities. I mean, just if you haven't been, you just got to go to get the experience. However, there are also components and parts of the continent which are a bit underdeveloped, right? To where there sometimes can be security constraints and security concerns. I'll tell you a quick funny story. And Kaya, I see she's already kind of smiling because I think you didn't know about our story of Somalia.
Oh yeah. I knew it.
So one of our first projects that we did for the United States Agency of Global Media was to send out trainers to train journalists on ways to counter violent extremism, which in the government world we call it CVE, for countering violent extremism. Well, we thought at first, we submitted a proposal, we won the proposal, and when we won it, we were not aware of what would happen next. Yeah. Which was, did you guys budget for bulletproof vests, for security, for the things that you were going to need in order to ensure that your team was going to be safe and to ensure that no one got kidnapped and those sorts of things. In addition to that, only about 2 weeks ago, we just finished up one in the Congo part of Africa, which is, I think it's Goma, Kivu, parts of gosh, I just drew a blank there. Gosh, I'm gonna sound like I was like Abadi. But nonetheless, we finished up the project over there in Goma. But one of the things that we encountered there was that a lot of our journalists would not be able to actually go in through normal ground transportation. So we had to have some come in by boat, some come in by land, and some come in through air to ensure that we didn't get any sort of a major takeover where they would kidnap the journalist. Now, this is why all this comes full circle. Right here in the United States, we often run into all sorts of security problems, especially some of our more high-profile entrepreneurs and business owners. Often, they're always looking for some kind of a security solution to ensure that they get from point A to point B in one piece, safe and sound. So with that said, I am elated to introduce to all of you Mr. Brandon Gregory. Brandon Gregory is the owner of Secure Global Solutions. Brandon, how's it going today?
How you doing? Doing very good.
Excellent.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah, absolutely, man. So if you can, walk us through a little bit about Secure Global Solutions, how it got started, and the passion behind it.
Well, the funny thing about it is I started the company seeing people getting bullied back in school and college and different arenas growing up, seeing people get bullied. whether in the professional field or in your personal field. And I know I always had this big thing of being a protector. Somehow being a protector, I wanted to do something. So I got into security, and I realized I didn't want to continue to work for people. I wanted to own my own business. I wanted to be somebody different, and put people out here in the world to work that's actually trained. A lot of security companies right now are just hiring people to be bodies, but they're not correctly trained. So I wanted to be something different. And so how my company started was the whole concept of having a secure global solution, having solutions to all your personal, private, and corporate security needs, and having real solutions globally.
Wow. Excellent, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm also a person who has always been not a fond person of bullies. I mean, I was always the guy when I would grow up, and even as an adult in some cases, that would challenge that bully or challenge that person that was trying to pick on, the folks that could not defend themselves. So hats off to you, man, for that. That may actually be a great segue into your core values. Can you walk us through, what are some of the core values that's representative of secure global solutions?
Listen, I mean, again, I wanted to actually provide people, professionals with training. You bring people in that's interested into the industry and train them correctly, not just give you a certification, throw you out there and say, look, this is what you do, but show you why you do what you do, show you why you protect this client or this place of interest, why you doing what you're doing. Situation awareness, a lot of people don't have it. So a lot of our service that we wanted to concentrate on was relying on security personnel to handle various types of jobs, and very well trained, so that you won't have any questions, none of the clients have any questions, and even the officers and professionals know exactly what they're doing at all times. We're there to be different.
So in this element that you're in right now, what does your current customer base look like? And then what would be like your key clients that you're looking to grow the business towards?
So our clients that we deal with now are, of course, private and local government, federal governments. But mostly we're looking at corporations. A lot of corporations that, like we were just talking about traveling and the CEOs traveling, a lot of people reach out to us to do risk assessments. And that's how we really got started, was risk assessments. And then a lot of the guys was like, why don't you provide some of the guys or people boots on the ground while you're doing your risk assessments? And so decided to go ahead and get the security license part of it to actually put people with the risk assessments. So then not only you have a risk assessment or threat assessment, you actually have somebody that travels with you. So it could be your personal security or advanced person that goes out before you go to see what the outline really is and report back to you.
I tell you why that is so critical, man. And I don't know if you guys have ever thought about doing some of the federal work, but I'll tell you, there is a lot of agencies in which we used to support, Secret Services and on down that line, where what you're doing on the commercial side is essentially what they do on the federal side. Yeah. And to go out and case a place out, to know the best entry point, to get that, high profile individual in and out safe and sound is so critical. Yes. And I think a lot of times people even underestimate just how dangerous things can be if, without having, an extra security, group out there. Brandon, what do you guys as far as like your mission statement? Do you guys have a mission statement?
Yeah, we have a mission statement that, our company is trying to provide experienced individuals who have professional protection backgrounds in different environments. We deal with a lot of people like law enforcement, private military guys, private security guys. We even have a couple of IT guys that knows how to hack. They have a background of hacking, so they can go with some of these corporations and show them how easy to get into their infrastructure and show them what they could do to keep people from getting hacked. That program of ours is just developing, so we really don't have boots on the ground for that, perfectly yet. But that is just starting for the IT department. But that's a lot of things that's coming up now with people and companies getting hacked.
Oh goodness, yes. I mean, in our world, we're in the information technology space, and so I'll do you a solid. I mean, people that are listening, entrepreneurs that are in the ethical hacking, or if you're a certified ethical hacker, those kind of things, please make sure that you reach out, to Brandon, because this may be a great opportunity for you to provide some of your services. That's absolutely a huge market for sure.
It absolutely is, and all the attacks are coming through technology these days. Less about somebody being face to face. It's like, if I can get into your information and shut down your systems, I'm doing more damage than being there physically. You know,
absolutely.
Yes. We just had that happen actually in one of the cities here in North Carolina. They I'm not going to give the name of the city, but they came in and somebody hacked that whole county government and shut down the whole operation for a couple of months. So it's big. It's definitely big.
Yeah. And we would. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kai.
No, go ahead.
I remember how when we would, some of the different clients that we would support that are on the classified side, they would always, you'd always walk into the room. You see people with like little tape over their screen, so you can't really see it with the cameras. You see, them always changing all of their passwords on pretty much almost an every other day basis, etc. And it really does come down to just how open the web really is. And I remember that when I would sit down and work with certified ethical hackers in some of the agencies, they would show me how easy it would be for them to get into my computer. I wouldn't even be home. And I would have my laptop home, and they would say, give me 30 seconds. And they were able to get in and show me my room. They could see, they were able to see everything. And then not only could they do that, they also would look at all of my passwords. And this was in a matter of 2 minutes, maybe 2 minutes tops. So totally hear you there, man. That is a huge component for a lot of our listeners that are on the entrepreneurial side that are building stuff.
I think in this day and age, even with everything that's going on in the world, we still underestimate how exposed we are physically and through technology. We underestimate it. We absolutely do. So it's great to have people like Brandon that, are creating companies that are there to help us live safer and more efficient lives.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt. Okay. So Brandon, if somebody wanted to get in contact with you to secure some of your services, how would they go about doing that?
Our website is secure-global-solutions.com. Again, that's www.secure-global-solutions.com. You can always email us at info@secure-global-solutions.com, or you can call us toll free at 1-877-659-5569.
Excellent, man. Excellent. I'm so excited. I know I've been on you guys' page on Facebook and on Instagram, etc. So what we'll do is also, Brandon, we'll make sure we put all that inside of the show notes, so that way individuals can quickly just click on any of those, all those ways to get in contact with you and your company, so they could definitely secure down some of your services.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Kai, anything else?
No, I think this is really great. I'm really encouraging our listeners out there that need Brandon services to reach out and start that conversation with him, so that you can get a risk assessment and so that you can take advantage of securing and locking down some of your technology as well.
Yeah. And I learned something that you might could take with you, Kaya.
Okay.
And I love the way how he used with his website URL. He's using hyphen, which is actually the right word for it. You normally use dash. I think we're going to try to start using hyphen as well. I think that's the best way to do this.
Yeah, and on that note, I think we're going to wrap it up.
Brandon, thank you so much again, brother. We really appreciate you coming on to the show. I'm sure we're going to be having you back here soon, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, sir. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the Couple-preneurs Show. To learn more about the resources mentioned on today's show or listen to past episodes, visit www.kothoughtleaders.com.